Hi, everyone. This is Chad from WorkPath Visas. Wanted to address the U.S. government shutdown and how it affects immigration. The most important part to know, this isn't actually going to slow down any of the immigration cases in a meaningful way. So, want people to feel confident, not necessarily worried about this. Now, I've used this graphic in the past to explain the overall timeline of the immigration program, everything to what we have to do up front, the government portion, as well as when you get to the U.S. and what happens with your schooling and employer. So, with the government shutdown, we're going to focus on this middle section with these government departments. So we're looking at the Department of Labor, U.S. Citizens and Immigration Service, the National Visa Center, and the Consulate Interview. So the Department of Labor, that does pause some processes during a shutdown, but here's why that doesn't hurt you. When we file your form, that action secures your place in line for the consulate interview. So even if the Department of Labor isn't actively processing applications right now, nobody else is moving forward either from that department. So you're not falling behind, and simply the line is paused for everyone. The other thing is, even if this timeline would get extended by a month, 2 months, 3 months, it actually doesn't affect the overall timeline. The only thing that really affects the overall timeline is if the consulate ever has a backlog. That would create problems for us, but not up front here. So the other departments, USCIS, NVC, and the consulate, they're funded by fees that are paid for the immigration program, not by the Congress's annual budget. So Congress's annual budget affects the Department of Labor, but these agencies continue to work because they're getting fees. So they can continue to operate during the shutdown. So your petition, the consulate interview, all of that stuff is moving forward as normal. Now, the immigration process has several steps, and while this one piece is paused briefly, the overall timeline is not going to change. So, historical context, the government has had shutdowns in the past, so that's not anything that's new. The longest shutdown that we've had is 35 days. So, the most important thing that you can do is to stay current with your responsibilities. Get your paperwork in, complete your paperwork, respond to your case manager, and just stay engaged. That's what ensures you're ready to move forward in the moment the next step is available. So, to summarize, the Department of Labor may temporarily pause, but that does not impact your place in line for your visa interview. The other government agencies will continue to work, so that doesn't create a backlog at any of those. So, your case is still safe, your timeline's still intact, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way.